this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Green Bay Packers. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys will try to put together another dominant performance after a blowout win their last time out. His counterpart on the Packers sideline, Matt LaFleur. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His second year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched, took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. Second year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump in year 3.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. First play, and Young is going to throw it. That one complete to again. Call it a gain of a yard. And it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 16-yard line.
Young to throw it. Got a man, that's the gap. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Shows some of that quickness there on the move. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
6 yards. 3 down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
Formation for Carolina.
Taken right on the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. It's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why the defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
15 yards on the play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And his throw is going to be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Love looking to throw it. And he is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
18. That's good for a Packers.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. That time six-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Panther football to start quarter number 2. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Young. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here is 3rd down and 4. Young. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Devontae Wyatt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw now, here's Love. Fighting to stay upright. He's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Will try to pick it up himself. That's caught inside the trolley. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, his 3rd touchdown on the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. They're able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. To throw, Young. This is caught by McMillan. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Young. That's complete to Chuba Hubbard. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here is Young. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Young now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be tackled light on the chalk at a 45. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They've got to get to the line quick. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Young loses it, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's...
Oh, he fakes the spike. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Love. They go play action now. Now this aired out deep for Reed. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed with a second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
But there is no escape when you come. The people, baby, want this on the bottom line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind.
McManus now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers offense and Chuba Hubbard set to take over once more. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards. Young loses it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for a situation.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got them, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and
hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have a lead here with a 1st and 10. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
16 yards. And the Packers first down.
Play fake. Here's Love. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the offense moving quickly to the line.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Jacobs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
One more time with Jacobs. And this time he is in. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the third quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Panthers coming out now. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section of the ball.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on the offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking to throw, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that was picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go. Young loses it. And that was ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Defended by Trayvon Merrick.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
This now a 3rd and 4. Love from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And quickly, they get to the line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Panthers.
Jacobs going to try to middle. And some room to work. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Jacobs, and this is a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Love now. To the left here to Reed. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. Love. This side is complete to Reed. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Second down, Jacobs once more. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdown, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for the Packers, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Foxborough? The Patriots at home to take on the Atlanta Falcons. And it's the New England defense that comes up with the big play here. They force the fumble, and it's a scoop and score for the touchdown. The Pats move to 7-2 as they get the win here. From there, it's on to Cincinnati, checking in on the Bengals as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And it's DJ Moore. He only had 2 receptions in the game, but he made both of them count. Both of them went for touchdowns. The Bears win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans hosting the LA Chargers. And it's the 2nd-year man, it's Ladd McConkey. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Chargers get their 9th win of the season as they get the victory here. So that'll do it for us and for the first half of the NFL's regular season. It's going fast. Until next week, Scott Hansen saying goodnight from Orlando.